Bae likes it. You know it's good, sis. You know. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla for those of you who are new, and those of you who are not, welcome back. Today is a super exciting video. I am going to be doing a first impressions on the new Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation. Now I am super excited about this. I love foundations, concealers, all type of skincare products. Those are probably my favorite out of like the whole makeup thing. Those are like my favorite type of products to work with. So I am super excited to film this all for you guys. So I do have 4 shades that I bought, so I'm going to swatch all 4 of those for you, just so you guys can kind of get a reference as far as the color, and if you can use me as a reference for yourself, you'll know what shade to get for yourself. So we're gonna dive right in. I'm just gonna give you guys my first impressions on it, my thoughts and my opinions, if I think you guys should buy it, and yeah, so let's get started with this video. Okay guys, so we are going to jump in and get started. So first, let's talk about the Dose of Color sponge, and I'm gonna just pull up my phone and I am going to read off the specs about this. So this is the Seamless Beauty Sponge. It is $15. And it's paraben free, latex free, dye free, sulfate free. It says our sponge has a unique flat bottom with a teardrop shape, which allows for smooth, even coverage and seamless application. So I'm really excited to use this sponge. It looks really nice. Yeah, I already have my sponge damp, so we're going to go ahead and just put that aside. Let's talk about the foundations. So this foundation comes in 42 shades. It claims to be a lightweight, medium to full coverage foundation that delivers a blurring effect, which reduces the appearances of fine lines and skin imperfections. So it's high pigment, it's a matte finish, it's buildable, it's lightweight, and it's long wear. Along with it being vegan, cruelty-free, talc-free, paraben-free, fragrance-free, and oil-free. So it retails for $36, and I think that's a pretty decent price, and it also has 1.0 fluid ounces of product. So that's actually pretty good for a foundation. So I'm actually really happy that Dose of Colors provided us with 42 different shades to choose from. It really looks like the shades go off of undertone more so than your actual color. So when you're choosing your foundation, be mindful that you want to make sure that you're matching not only your color, but really you want to pay attention to the undertone that the foundation has, because that was my mistake when I bought the first 2, and that's why I know for a fact they're just not going to be my match, but you'll see when I swatch. But I'm just happy that they provided 42 shades, because us brown girls have a lot of options to choose from, and so I'm very happy about that. But not even just us, I'm happy because even the most fair woman can pick her shade, or a woman who has a very deep complexion can find her shade too. So I'm very excited about that. So let's go ahead and get started with the swatches. So I picked up 4 shades. I picked up 127, and this is in the medium tan group. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this on my face so you guys can see. So, oops, sorry. So that's 127. I could have did a better job at swatching. Let me get y'all a better swatch. So that's 127. As you can see, that is super light. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing when I was picking this out. I was just like, I must have been on drugs or something. So that's 127. I picked up the shade 130. This is 130 right here. That's 130. So that's 131 right there. And then last but not least, I picked up 132, and I think that this is my shade, honestly. I'm gonna put that right here. sure you guys can see. So I think on camera it's picking up as like super red and orange. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm either going to mix 131 and 132 together, or I'm going to mix 130 and 132. So this is 127, this is 130, this is 131, and this is 132. Alright guys, so I already prepped my skin, I already moisturized and put on my eye cream. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to proceed with my normal face routine as normal and just see how this foundation, just see how it applies and see what it does. So first I'm going to be taking my Sephora Beauty Amplifier Mattifying H2O Gel Primer. And I am going to be applying this all over my... No, just in my T-zone. Sorry, I was going to say all over my face. Just in my T-zone, because that is where I get the most oily. So I have combination skin, and on top of that, I use like serums. Like the serum I like to use is a glow serum, because I like to be matte, but I don't want to look dry matte. I want to look like my skin is still radiant, but it's not oily, if that makes sense. And that is the only serum that I can use that, you know, gives me that radiant glow without me looking or being oily. So I love it. So now that the skin is completely prepped, I put my primer on. We're going to go ahead and go on with foundation. I really think I'm going to take 131 and 132. I don't know. Okay guys, so I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix 132 and 130 together, because 132 is a little red with, it's supposed to have golden undertones, and then 130 definitely has the golden undertones. And that's what that looks like. So I just took a pump and a half pretty much of each. That may be too much, but whatever. We're just going to apply this on our face. I really hope this foundation looks good, guys, because yeah. Okay, and next I'm going to take the beauty sponge and we're going to blend that out. Okay, so I look a little red. Ooh, a little red. It was so hard picking up my foundation, you guys. Oh my gosh. I definitely feel like I look a little patchy right here, but we're gonna just go with it. But as far as the foundation, it definitely blended out really nice. I like the sponge. The sponge blended everything out really nice too. But I definitely feel like I'm a little red. And camera is picking up just a little too red. Just a little. But we will fix that with, we're going to fix that by highlighting and contouring. So that way, you know, well, let me see. Let me take a little bit of 130, just a little, like half a pump of 130, and let's just see if that helps at all. Because it's the summertime and I have like a slight tan, it's like I'm so in between shades right now, it's ridiculous. Okay, so that's helping a little bit. Okay, so it doesn't look bad. It's a little red, but it's okay. We will fix that. So I'm not tripping too much. Okay. I like the foundation. It is a little red, but I feel like once I like highlight and contour, that should help it a little bit. I feel like I still have to play around with the foundation a little bit more to figure out exactly what my shade is, or not even that, just figure out my shade combination and just go from there. But overall, I mean, I like the way it looks. It is definitely a matte finish. It definitely is matte, but it's also like my skin is still glowing a little bit, so I don't know if that's just skincare or what, but we're gonna find out. So we're gonna go in, and I'm going to use my LA Girl Fawn concealer. This is one of my faves, and I'm just gonna put that right here. So because I am so tan, like as you guys can see, my tan is all the way like messed up right now. So this how light I really am right here. So that's why, like, girl, right now it's a hot mess trying to figure out my foundation shade. We're just going to highlight a little bit with this. Now I'm gonna take my sponge and we are going to blend that out. Side of our nose and right here. So now that I have applied that, I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in the shade Medium Tan Golden. And I'm just going to use this as my brightening shade. I'm not putting a lot of this on either. I like the butt of the blender because it has that extra foundation on, so I can go in and tone this down, if that makes sense. So because I'm so tan, all of these shades, like my brightening shades, look super bright. I was like, whoa, let me tone that down. Okay, so I think that looks kind of good so far. I like how the sponge blended everything out. It was very seamless. I do like that. It looks really good. For the contour, I'm going to be taking the Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Tan, and I'm going to be taking this M571. Ooh, no. This is the dark one. Hold on, y'all. I grabbed the wrong one. My bad. We're actually going to be using the one in medium, not tan. Whew, girl, that was too dark. So I'm going to take my M571 brush from Morphe. It's like an angled buffing brush. I'm going to dip it into the product. Put the excess on the back of my hand, like as you can see. That's a lot that just came off. And then we are going to sculpt the face. Then I'm going to take this Luxie 1010 small contour brush to blend everything out. And then for the ladies that have a 5 head like me, do not forget to contour your forehead. Next, we are going to contour our nose. I'm not even picking up any additional product. I'm just taking whatever is on the back of my hand, and I'm going to start right here where like my nose and eyebrows kind of meet, and I'm dragging this product up into the brow. I do not have a lot on my brush at all because I do not want a super harsh nose contour. And as you can see, because of how we highlight it, our nose is already contoured a little bit, so I'm really just defining that a little bit more. And again, I am bringing this shade up into the brow. You do not want to leave these two harsh lines on your nose at all, so you just want to blend. I don't like this super harsh nose contour anyway. So what I like to do is just blend, and then I'm going to go back in with that sponge and just kind of blend on top of that. I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm taking the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking Setting Powder in the shade Blondie. Not going to bake just yet. I'm going to take this Morphe M510 brush, and I am just going to lightly set all of the areas that I applied that concealer. This is my favorite powder, you guys. Literally. I'm gonna go back in with my sponge and just tap, tap, tap. Make sure everything is blended. Set it. I'm not swiping the powder, I am just patting it. And whatever excess I have, I'm brushing it off. Okay, so to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be taking this powder from Sephora. It is a Micro Smooth Baked Face Powder in the shade Deep, and I'm taking my Morphe E52 brush to do it. And I am just setting my face very lightly. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with Mocha Mami from Fenty, and I'm going to be taking the Morphe E4 brush, and I am going to just set that contour and bronze up my face a little bit. I'm going to take that same brush that I used for my cream contour on my nose, and I'm going to go ahead and set that contour. And I'm taking a little amount of the Fenty bronzer to set this contour. So next I'm going to go ahead and take this sponge, and whatever is left in like my lid from the powder, I'm going to take that and use that to kind of carve underneath my contour. And I'm just using that extra powder to go ahead and bake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and I'm going to come back with my final thoughts. Hey guys, so I am back. This is the final look. As you can see, I did my brows and I threw on some eyeshadow. I'm actually reviewing an eyeshadow palette. Let me know down in the comment section below if you can guess what palette I use. I'm not even going to put it, but let me know if you guys can guess. So this is what the foundation is looking like. I can say that I really like it. I've only been wearing it for about 3 hours now. My camera died, I went and got some food, everything, girl. So I actually had this foundation on for a couple of hours now. I know that it said it's more of a natural finish and it's more of a matte foundation, but I have to say that this is almost like, it's not dewy, but it's like a very, very natural matte. Like I'm like very radiant. I do use like a glow serum with my skincare morning and night, so I'm like, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but I will say, like, while I was doing my eyeshadow, before I even put on my blush and my highlight and everything, my skin was really radiant. So it is definitely like a semi-matte. I don't think it's a full matte. So if you are someone who is super oily or likes those full mattes, I don't think this foundation is going to be for you. But if you have combination to oily skin, and you can handle a little radiation, or not radiation, if you can handle a little radiance, then I think this foundation will be perfect for you. This foundation is super lightweight. It did set, so I did use a setting spray. So after I set my foundation and it's been sitting for a couple hours, I can say that I love how it is looking. I was kind of worried about the color. I thought it was too red, but now that it's really sitting into my face, I've highlighted, I've contoured, put on my blush, did it in my whole face. It looks really good. So again, just for reference, I mixed the shades 130 dark and the shades 132 dark to get my shade. So yeah, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna have to try this foundation out again and wear it for, you know, an entire day to really give you guys like my full and final like opinion on this foundation. But just off of first impressions alone, I really do like this foundation. I think it is definitely worth the $36. Oh, and the sponge. The sponge was really nice too. I liked how the sponge blended out my foundation and my concealer. I was able to use the point of the sponge to really get into like these creases right here in between my eyes and my nose to really blend out that concealer and make it as precise as possible. So I really like, I like it, guys. I don't have anything like bad to say. I think it looks flawless. Bae keeps complimenting me on my makeup, sis, so you know I'm popping. You know. If Bae likes it, you know it's good, sis, you know. But anyway, guys, those are my final thoughts on this foundation. Like I said, it's a great foundation. I definitely think it's worth the $36. Just be careful when you are picking out your shade online. I did have some difficulty trying to find my perfect shade, but I mean, I think you'll be good if you do your research and you just watch other people's videos on YouTube and look at a few swatches. I think you'll be good, sis. So let me know, guys, down in the comment section below if you guys will be purchasing this foundation or not. Like I said, I love it. I actually really like it. I'm going to play with this some more, but I like it. I think I will be interested in seeing Dose of Colors drop a concealer and a setting powder next. Just finish it off. I would love to see that. So if you guys like this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to give me a big thumbs up, and also turn on that notification bell, sis, because videos will be coming weekly. Thanks guys for watching. Bye sis.